Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
When it comes to towing, seeing is believing. That's why Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology offers up to 8 available cameras for 14 unique views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Learn more about Chevy Trucks at Chevy.com. Safety or driver assistance features are no substitute for the driver's responsibility to operate the vehicle in a safe manner. Read the Vehicle Owner's Manual for important feature limitations and information.
What's good, boys and girls? Welcome to the Two Footed Podcast Extra on Friday, September 27th. And unfortunately, we are beginning again with bad news, and that is that Darren Eales, the CEO of Newcastle, is being forced to step down from his role after being diagnosed with a chronic form of blood cancer. He will continue to work with the club until such time as a successor is ready to take over. But that's very sad news, and hopefully they've gotten the diagnosis early and he makes a full recovery. Moving on, there's a piece here on the BBC website about the Qarabag fans and their team and the nightmarish adventure they had playing Tottenham last night, with rail and road closures stopping them from getting to the stadium on time, the game having to be postponed, and then lots and lots of messing about afterwards. Well worth your while giving that a read. It's also a very good piece here on the BBC, written by Amir Ahmed and a gentleman called Cisse, whose name I'm not going to attempt to butcher. It's about a new book called Black Arsenal. And it's about Arsenal's history and how they became synonymous with black identity. And it reads, the article is fascinating. I've ordered the book, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. And might be something that might interest you or somebody in your family. Pep Guardiola has confirmed that Rodri is done for the season, not just a torn ACL, but also some meniscus damage. Which is obviously a concern. So he's had an operation this morning and he will miss the rest of this season. The Women's Champions League draw has been made and they are still doing the traditional groups, thankfully enough. No messing about for them. So in Group A, it's Lyon, Wolfsburg, Roma and Galatasaray. That's a fairly tough group. Group B has Chelsea, Real Madrid, Twente and Celtic. That's a tough group. Group C, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Juve and Vålerenga. That's really tough. And then in Group D, Barcelona, Manchester City, St. Pölten and Hammarby, and that one looks pretty tough as well. So should be an excellent competition this year. The first round of group games will take place the 8th and 9th of October. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the quarterfinals. Where to next? Oh, there's a piece about this weekend with the Madrid derby set to take place. That game is on Sunday at 8 p.m. if you're looking for a game to watch Sunday night. That is the pick of the games in La Liga. I would recommend that the pick of the games in Serie A this weekend could well be Bologna against Atalanta. That's 7:45 tomorrow night. Though Torino, who've made a great start to the season, take on Lazio at 11:30 on Sunday, which should also be a pretty good game if you're looking for an early game on the Sunday. In the Bundesliga this weekend, we've got Dortmund tonight, but that one doesn't hugely interest me. What does very much interest me is Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen, 5:30 tomorrow. That might be the game of the weekend across all leagues. That one promises to be very, very good. In France this weekend, we have a game going on now. Auxerre playing Brest. PSG take on Rennes a little bit later today, and I would go for that one as the game of the weekend in France. PSG versus Rennes, 8 p.m. tonight. You may well be listening to this too late to even know that game is on, or in time to watch it. In Portugal, I would say pass. Pass, really. Sporting play tonight against Estoril. Benfica play Gil Vicente. Famalicão play Nacional. Porto Aruco. There's no game there that stands out to me. I'll punt on the Portuguese league for this weekend, if you don't mind. Have we anything decent in Turkey? Antalyaspor against Fenerbahce. Galatasaray, Kasımpaşa. None of them really intrigue me all that much, if I'm being completely honest. In Greece, AEK Athens against Panathinaikos, 7:30 on Saturday. Could be good, but I think Real versus Atleti is really the game to watch on Sunday night. In the Eredivisie, pass, hard pass, in fact. And in the Scottish Premiership, if you're looking for a game to watch, I think the game to watch is probably Dundee versus Aberdeen. Just because Aberdeen have made such a good start, like 5 wins from 5 is no joke. Now, Dundee are 7th, so it's not like they're the toughest of opposition, but it is in Dundee. So that one could be a tough one. Could be a tough one for Aberdeen. I think Hearts, Ross County should be okay. Rangers Hibs on Sunday at 12. Maybe that tickles your fancy. Right, I'll be back after the break with the gossip. See you in a sec.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Microsoft Azure. Turn your ideas into reality with an Azure free account. Get everything you need to develop apps across cloud and hybrid environments, scale workloads, create cloud-connected mobile experiences, and so much more. Discover what you can create with popular services free for 12 months. Learn more at azure.com. That's AZURE.com. And sign up for a free account to start building in the cloud today.
Connection is a healthy and essential aspect of our daily lives. From a warm hug after a hard day to kind words just when we need them, these gentle moments give us an understanding of life's true meaning. But when the ability to connect is interrupted by the hustle of daily life and to-do lists pile up next to the worry of who needs school supplies, sometimes making decisions about our health and the well-being of our loved ones can take a back seat. When it comes to those we care for, vaccines are one of the greatest public health success stories, and along with other measures, are one way to help prevent certain diseases. At Merck, we envision communities where families, healthcare providers, local organizations, and advocates work together. Health equity happens when every person, regardless of age and ethnicity, in every community, has fair access to health care, including the vaccines they need. For more information, please visit yvaccines.com.
Right, welcome back, boys and girls. Let us move forward with the gossip for this weekend. And the first story is from our good spoofing friends at Football Insider. This is an exclusive from Wayne Vesey, and Mark Wehi has been telling friends he would like to join Liverpool, allegedly. Most likely not. Liverpool are not interested in making a £100 million move for Florian Wirtz, says the Liverpool Echo. Now, one would think the Liverpool Echo would be a decent source of information. However, it is not, and has not been for many's the year. There's many's the spoofer that works for this newspaper, and unfortunately, I am forced to add Matty Hewitt to the list of spoofers because he won't know either way. He's just written himself an article that is unsourced, has no relevance to reality, and on we go. Manchester City and Manchester United are interested in Jeremy Frimpong. United signed a right back in the summer, have two good right backs, so very unlikely. I could see City liking Frimpong. He was there before as an academy player, but Frimpong as a Kyle Walker replacement seems completely unlikely. You would imagine they'll look for someone more in line with Kyle Walker. Newcastle are struggling to progress contract talks with Anthony Gordon. Now, this was written by Luke Edwards, who presents himself as the most connected Newcastle journalist out there. Wildly unpopular among other journalists. And within an hour, other outlets, including Craig Hope at the Mail, who's the most reliable for the turn, correcting him and saying that they were quite close to an agreement. And then the Telegraph later on in the day producing another article saying that they'd gotten close to agreeing a deal. So, Liverpool would have helped finance the Gordon deal by selling Joe Gomez to Newcastle. Everybody knows that. That's not news. Why have you written that? Why have you written that? Everybody knows that. That's not news. That's what was announced at the time. Newcastle are keen to tie Gordon to a long-term deal, with Arsenal also keen, very unlikely, considering they have Martinelli, who's the same player but more talented. Trent Alexander-Arnold's first choice is to sign a new deal with Liverpool. Hopefully that's true, although I don't really believe Peter O'Rourke. If he told me the sky was blue, I'd go out and check for myself. Should Alexander-Arnold agree a new contract at Anfield, Real Madrid will give their attention to Diogo Dalot. That's an exclusive by Dean Jones, so, put that where you need to put it. Chelsea have made several approaches to AC Milan for Mike Maignan, but were put off by the €80 million price tag. Real Madrid are keeping an eye on the progress of Nico Paz at Como and may activate the buyback clause for the Argentine youth international if he impresses. Very, very talented attacking midfielder. Don't really see what the path would be from at Real other than back up to Bellingham. Don't see any other path, really. Eric Ten Hag is on borrowed time at Manchester United, who are actively looking for candidates to replace him. Now, that's an exclusive from Fraser Gillen, who is a spoofer. But it's also just common sense. They wanted Rid in the summer. They panicked when Tuchel turned them down, and Southgate wasn't willing to take the job. Now, maybe Southgate has given them the nod that he's ready now, but it would make United look even more stupid than they did before, because in the summer, they backed him with another sizable bag of money. I hate clubs that operate like this. Genuinely, there's very few things that wind me up more in football than clubs backing a manager heavily in a summer transfer market. And they backed him heavily. Xerxes was 35, Euro was 60, De Ligt and Mazraoui, I think, were 60 combined, or 50. Was it 50 combined or 52 combined or something like that? And Ugarte was 50. Like, that's the guts of 200 million. Again, after 200 million the previous summer and 200 million the summer before that. And what if your new manager doesn't want a defensive midfielder like Ugarte? What if he doesn't want a centre-back like Matthias de Ligt? What are you going to do then? It's just mind-blowing stupidity. Ten Hag faced the make-or-break game this weekend against Tottenham with Porto and Aston Villa to follow. Oh, that's not easy. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would say yes every day of the week if asked to return. Of course he would. Nobody else will give him a job. Nobody else would give him a job. Of course he'd go back. It's also really bad form for him to answer that question. I understand the question was put to him. What he should be saying is, I'm not going to answer that. Manchester United have a manager and Erik ten Hag has my full support. That's really bad form. Sean Dyche has made it clear he wants to remain at Everton after the club's takeover and lead them into their new stadium. I'm not sure he's going to get the chance. I'm really not sure he's going to get the chance. Right, folks, that is going to do it from me for today. I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to take a couple of days off next week, just to sort of get my head back to normal, and just have a little bit of a break. So it might be like I take Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday or something. I'll definitely be here Monday though, and then we'll see from there. But I will keep you abreast of the situation. And that's it. Enjoy your weekends. Bye-bye.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Throw the best birthday party ever that your child will always talk about. Big Air Trampoline Park inside Fieldhouse USA at the Polaris Mall can do just that. Award-winning birthday party packages start at just $300. And all birthday parties include pizza, drinks, a party room with a party host, grip socks, printed invitations, and all 40 attractions at Big Air Trampoline Park. It's a birthday party you and your kids will never forget. Book your party today. Big Air Columbus, where the fun never ends. Visit BigAirUSA.com/Columbus for details.